Hey, this is Talani, and I hope your day is going well. I'm just going to say this. When I was in high school, I didn't do well in English. It got to the point where I didn't even want to go to the class. I was just so intimidated by it. So I said that to say, when God instructed me to write the book Desires of the Heart, I immediately went to that place, that vulnerable place of just that memory of how I didn't do well in English. I said that to say that desires of the heart is connected to your potential that you have not experienced yet. In all your achievements, your accomplishments in life, if you still have a hunger for wanting more in life, you have not tapped into that potential. And we're talking about the potential that God has created you to experience. The reason I'm bringing this up and I keep discussing the idea because that's what moves you forward. When God gives you an idea, really is His grace, His desire to influence your heart. So there's three things about this: your untapped potential and God giving you this idea. How do you connect it? What's the reason behind it? God wanting to influence your heart. Number two, a spiritual mindset. God giving you this spiritual mindset that's hidden, that's that secret place. And number three, to teach you, give you the guidance and instructions how to move forward with this idea. That's that secret place, that divine place in your heart that God wants to meet you at. Last week I talked about how the idea is like is the big picture of an idea. You look at it and you feel like you're not qualified. You look at it and say, I don't have the resources. It requires faith. But how do you really get to this space of that big picture and moving forward with this idea? It starts out small in seed form. So an idea right now that God will give you, it may seem insignificant. It may seem like it comes with inconvenience. It would challenge your mindset and how you look at things. So for example, God instructed me to facilitate and coordinate a mentoring group and to bring a church in the school. That didn't make sense because in the natural, church and state does not go together. But that's what God told me to do. So I stepped out and I acted on that idea, and as I did it, God showed me more of my potential. I learned more about human behavior, potential, and how God created us. God was divinely influencing my heart. He was giving me instruction and guidance on how to move my life forward. And it was all through that spiritual mindset. It's important to recognize, particularly when you have this desire to make your life 10 times better in any area of your life. The root to all of that, it comes from your spirit. It's connected to your potential. It's the seed of the image and the likeness of God that's on the inside of you. In the book I share, it's available on Amazon, how you position the root of who you are, your spirit, to move your life forward. And it's all through God's teachings, His instructions, His guidance, being connected to who He created you to be. How do you get to that place? What is the starting point? The starting point to all of this hangs on one truth. Jesus said in Matthew 22, verse 37, to love the Lord your God with all your heart, your mind, your soul. When you do that, put yourself in position to love God and who He is, who He created you to be. the core of who you are on the inside, you giving God full attention to that, then he download the intellect, the intelligence that you need to expand more into that potential that he has hidden in your heart. That is the power, God's grace, divinely influencing your life to move you forward, to experience the more that he has for you. So I encourage you to look at whatever idea that you have right now, or that place, and test it. And I guarantee you that you will discover more of the potential on the inside of you. With that being said, continue to own your truth and live your vision. Blessings.